The first thing we do when we come into your home, of course, we test your water. It tells us a lot of things before we even consider looking at your water treatment system, because we can tell what the basics of your issues are just by testing the water. First of all, we use number 1 buffer. We put in 3 drops of number 1 buffer, and then we go to buffer number 2, and we put 3 drops of that in. 2, 3, and if it turns blue, it's considered soft water. Now, anything under 2 grains per million of hardness is considered soft. So our third solution is a buffer 3, which tells us how hard your water is. Each drop is a grain per million, and like I said, most of the average hardness of the water is in our area between 15 to 20. Some places like in St. Pete it's a little bit lower, it's around the 11 mark, but according to the Water Quality Association, anything over 7 grains per million is considered very hard water. So we're going to put 1 drop into the beaker, and of course we're going to shake it up, and it turns to a nice blue color, which is soft water. That's how we test the water for hardness. Then we want to check the total dissolved solids in the water. So we take out our total dissolved solids meter, and it tells you how the impurity of the water. The total dissolved solids is basically a collection of all the water and impurities in the water. It's impossible to bring out a whole lab to your house. So we take a little dish of water from the homeowner, and we turn on the meter, and we get a reading. Well, that reading says 235 total dissolved solids, which is not the best water in the world. It's not the worst I've ever seen, it's not the best. So it's about mid-range. But if you have a reverse osmosis system, which takes out 98.7% of all impurities, you'll get a much better reading, which will be about 9. So the big difference between 235 and 9. So what that tells us that my reverse osmosis is working well, and we're taking most of the impurities out. Next thing we test for is the pH level in the water. So we take our little beaker and we fill up the pH side of the little beaker. And most commonly the city water is pretty neutral, usually in the 7.0, 7.2 mark. We put in 6 drops of this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we put our little cap on, and we shake it a little bit, and we put our cap on the right way, and we shake it, and we'll have a reading. So we're reading right about the 7.0 mark, little less maybe. But high pH is actually pretty good. They say that the higher the pH, the better it's for your body. Higher pH takes out bacteria, so we can actually put in filters to raise your pH, to give you better quality water that actually takes the bacteria out of your body. We do sell that type of filter, which people are into right now. Doing that. In city water, if you were on a well water, we would test for iron, but most of our stuff is going to be city water. So we test for the chlorine levels, which I should not have any because I have a filter that takes it out. So what we do with that is we take our OTO, it's called. So it's like you would use for your pool, same kind of solution. We put in 5 drops of OTO. And of course mine is clear. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to go outside and test the city water before my filtration, see what it is.